I was here about a month ago, and a series of planning failures had me turn around. So I'm here again at Titan Falls, Cataract Creek, and I'm gonna make it work this time. Traded the snow in April for the rain of May, and I traded the snowshoes and the hard-packed snow and ice for soft mud and soaked ground. But I'm ready for it, and I'm looking forward to it. As long as I can get across the creek, because the runoff's a lot faster and a lot higher, and I should be able to find that out right away once I pass the campground, then the rest should be free, clear, pretty level ground all the way to the falls, and then pass that to the Weeping Wall, and then find somewhere to set up camp. No more construction. Hopefully there's a good place to cross somewhere after the campground, because I don't want to do that. I remember this. Last time I was here, I went that way. And I was supposed to go that way. So I'm gonna go that way. Last time I was here, I walked through this campground and there was snow. It's probably about waist deep. And that was only a month ago. And the river, or creek, Cataract Creek, was still frozen over. Or at least covered. It was still, there's moving water and it was covered. So I'm hoping where it widens out there in the valley that I can get across. If not, I'll be hiking on the wrong side of the river to get to the waterfalls. Looks like that's moving pretty quick. Looks like I'm staying on the right side. This little valley I'm in is starting to narrow. And this creek, it isn't the main waterway. The main waterway is over there. But this creek is something I have to cross because this side of the creek is starting to disappear. So, might as well go across. Made it across the creek and found my trail, which is nice. Because now I'm back on a surface I should be on. And I'm running right parallel to the Cataract Creek. So hopefully coming up on the falls here in the next 5-10 minutes. Well, this right here is my worst case scenario for the day. There's this beautiful, slow moving, crystal clear, kind of greeny water on my right. And there's this moving torrential runoff stream that is Cataract Creek on my left. And unfortunately, these two waterways meet right here. I have to get somewhere over there to carry on. So it looks like I'm going to be backtracking along the Cataract Creek side of this to find a way across. Well, it doesn't look promising. There are some shallower spots, but they lead into these rapid-like sections. The shallower spots are just off to the edge. This looks like it's, I don't know, 4 feet deep all the way across once you get past this bush. And then you gotta climb up the other side. Looks like I'm going farther back up. I might have to go back to the beginning and try and get across. If I was in the mood to get wet, or if this was later in the year, this is probably where I would have crossed. Where these two meet, just over here, is a pretty powerful water. The water's moving strong, it's fast, but where each of these two are shallow and smaller farther up is where the water's flowing is less strong. Where the water's weakest, where it's where I would probably cross. But it's May, it's not July, it's not hot out. It's gonna go below freezing tonight. So I'm just gonna keep going up and see what I can find. Boy, am I glad I went farther up. There's a section here that is passable, and it leads to another section that is passable, and it leads to another section that I hope is passable. Otherwise, I'll just get stuck again. All right, now that I'm across, I'm gonna take my time, hike all the way back, but do it along the ridge on the other side. Never mind, there's more to cross. I knew it couldn't have been that easy. It's everywhere, everywhere. I made it back over. Now I'm headed back to the beginning. My feet are wet now. I did not do as well on the way back as I did on the way there, staying dry. See that little yellow sign way back there? That's right there. So that's where I came off the highway. About 5 minutes walk in from the highway. Haven't found a place to cross yet. I'm thrilled about that. I'm standing where the All Trails says that there's a creek crossing. Well, I've been back to the highway and there's no crossing at the highway. I've been back to where All Trails says there's a crossing and you cannot get across there. So I believe this trail has beat me again. First time I came out, I didn't plan well. Second time, this time, I came out and I had a good plan. And I tried to improvise and make it around. But I'm not going across that creek or river solo. Not in this weather, not in these temperatures, not at this time of year. So I'll be back in September. Nah, you know what? Screw that. I'm gonna find somewhere to camp tonight. Might not be a waterfall, but there's water around. There's trees everywhere. I'm in Don Getty. It's the Wildland Park. I don't care. I'm sleeping here tonight. All right, so I'm back where those two meet, and I turned around to go to find a way to cross. And I think that I can find a way to cross back there to get onto the far side there and get up around and see where that bank takes me. Might as well, got nothing else going on. There's a little game trail up here. Some tight squeezes though. Been following that game trail across the river, around the river, for about 15-20 minutes. And it looks like it goes up there and around and probably carries this all the way through. But I've been following these big old flat paw prints with claws in them. And I know this trail is not traveled by people. because I don't fit through most of it. So I think I'm gonna spin back to where that fork was and set up camp there and enjoy a rainy night by the river. This is the thing about getting up high and seeing what you're missing. Because what I want to do is I want to get, let me show you. I want to get over there. That's where the good camping is. I can see it. Wide open spot between some big trees. Water's right there, but I can't cross the water. So I'm back over on the side by the car, I guess. And it's really starting to come down. So I'm gonna find as flat a spot as I can, as quick as I can in the trees to keep me out of the wind and the rain and set up for the night. Well, I've run into another problem. All of the flat spots with trees, out of the wind are way back there. And all of the water is way over there. So, in order to camp, I need to set up my stuff and then walk across this big field and plateau in the rain to get water. So instead, I'm gonna head right back to that abandoned closed campground, which is right by the water, has nice open spots, and I'm gonna set up there and sleep there for the night and hope I don't get arrested because it's a closed campground. I'm not supposed to. Sorry, Parks Canada, or Parks Alberta, my bad. I am cold. I am wet. I am hungry. I forgot my scotch. I can't have a fire tonight because there's a fire ban. And according to Apple and my phone, I have walked 18 kilometers to end up at a closed campground a kilometer from my car to sleep the night. So I'm not doing that. As a matter of principle, I'm not doing that. I'm gonna just keep on walking right back to the car. Oh, I'm mad about this one. I thought I was gonna win today. I thought I was gonna lose, then I thought I was gonna win. Now I'm gonna lose again. And I'm gonna chalk this up to another learning experience because I did learn a lot. Got a lot of activity in. It's a long day. And yeah, I'm gonna go have a beer. Starting to hate that sign.